So we will move to another important topic that is called keywords. Okay, keywords. Yes, when we write a Python program, we use many words like if, else, for, while, true, false, def, class, and many more. These words are called keywords because they already have a predefined meanings in Python. Let's understand them in detail. What are keywords? Keywords are reserved words in Python that have predefined meanings and cannot be used as a variable names, function names, or identifier. Now let's understand in simple words. Python already knows the meaning of certain words. Python already knows the meaning of certain words. So here are the keywords. And whenever Python sees these words, it immediately understands what operation it has to perform because these words already have a fixed purpose. We cannot use them for anything else. Okay, so in real life example, if you see a red traffic signal, as soon as you see the red light, you know that it means stop. Similarly, when Python sees the keyboard, if it stands that the condition is about to begin. When Python sees for, it understands that a loop is going to execute. Since these words already have predefined meanings, they cannot be used as variable names. Examples. These are the examples if, else, if, elif, for, while, break, continue, pass, return, def, class, to, personal, import, and or not. So you don't need to memorize all these things today. As we progress through the course, we will use these keywords one by one. So let's try the first keyword, that is if. Age is equal to 18 if age is equal to. Here the keyboard if checks whether the condition is true. If the condition is true, Python executes the indented block of code, otherwise it skips it. Next, true and false. Here, true is a Python keyword. It represents a boolean value. Similarly, false is also a keyword. Example 3, import keyword. So the keyword import is used to import inbuilt or external modules into a Python program. Here we imported the math module and used its square root function to calculate the square root of 25. Okay. So the question raised that why can't we use keywords as variable names? Since keywords already have predefined meanings, Python does not allow us to use them as variable names. If you see this, if is equal to 10, this program will generate a syntax error because if is a reserved keyword, as it is class is equal to Python inside quotation. Class is also a keyword, and if it cannot be used as a variable name. So what is the true example? True example is student name English student, student age 20. So these are valid variable names because they are not reserved keywords. How to view all Python keywords? Import keyword print keyword dot kw list. So the keyword module provides a list of all reserved keywords available in Python. When you execute this program, Python displays all the keywords supported by your installed Python version. To check whether a word is a keyword, so how we will check? We will check like this. Sorry, student. Output is true and false. Okay. So the function is keyword is checked whether the given word is a Python keyword. Since if is a keyword, Python returns true. Since student is not a keyword, Python returns false. So here is it is incorrect because for is a reserved keyword. So the question and I will give you a question that is write a Python program to display all Python keywords. Import keyword keyword print keyword dot kw list. So it is the question answer of question write a Python program to display all Python keywords. So this is the solution. And another question that is raised that write a Python program to check whether the word by is a keyword or not. So what we will do, we will just we insert this keyword and we will write here by. So that is for the keywords Now we will understand what is the comments. Next topic. So one is single line comment, second is multi-line comment. So comments are non-executable statements used to explain the code. Let's understand this in simple words. A comment is a note written inside the program to describe what the code does. Comments are written only for humans, not for Python. The Python interpreter completely ignores comments during program execution. So why do we use comments? To explain the purpose of the code, to make the program easy to understand, to improve code readability, to help other programmers to understand this program, to remember the logic of the program in the future. So types of the comments. Single line comment, multi-line comments. A single line comment is used to write a comment in one line. Like I will show you what is a single line comment. Like this. These all are the single line comment. We will represent the single line comment with the hash symbol. So it is called a single line comment. So multi-line comment, what multi-line comment is used for paragraphs or longer sentences, like the text written inside I will show. This Python program is best for us. And Python. So the text written inside the triple quotation marks in use is used as a multi-line description. This is useful when writing large programs or documentation. So what is the output? Ignore this. Python program. See, 1 second. I will see what is the yes, Python program. Okay, it is commented. Things. So comments can also be written after a statement on the same line. These are called inline comments. Okay, inline comments what explains what that a particular line of code is doing, and what is the advantages. Improve code readability, make debugging easier, help beginners understand program quickly, and useful working in a team, make future modifications easier. So that's all from the comments, and we will turn into a rules for identifiers. So what are the rules for identifiers? Once again, yes. So whenever we create a variable, function, class, or object, we need to give a name. These names are called identifiers. However, Python has certain rules that every identifier must follow. If we do not follow these rules, Python will generate an error. So let's understand them only one by one. So what is an identifier? Okay, identifier is the name given to variables, functions, classes, objects and other user-defined elements in a Python program. In simple words, when we create Python simple something into a Python, we give it a name so that we can use it later. This is called identifier. For example, if you create a variable to store a student's name, then the variable name itself is an identifier. Example. So in this example, student name is an identifier, okay, and age is also an identifier. These names will help Python identify the values stored in a memory. So what are the rules for identifiers? First rule is identifier must begin with the letter or an underscore, like this. No, sorry. And rule number two, digits are allowed but not at the beginning. Like if we did this, it is wrong, but if we did this, this is correct, okay. Then only letters, digits, and underscore are allowed. Okay. Spaces are not allowed like this. Student name is this. This. It is not allowed. Allowed this. This. This is allowed. Okay. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. Like if is equal to 10. The word if is a Python keyword. So since keywords already have predefined meanings, they cannot be used as identifiers. It is also case sensitive, like we we learned earlier that what are the case sensitive things, and it is also case sensitive. Okay, it can be of any length, student name, person post, whatever the length. Okay, and if you write this is equal to 20, and if you write this, both are correct, but if you age equal to 20, it is more logically suitable. It is clearly tells us what the variable stores while it does not. Okay, and we will move to the next topic, that is operators. Operators. So whenever we perform calculations, compare values, assign data, or make decisions in a program, we use operators. In simple words, operators help us perform different operations on data. So let's understand operators one by one with examples. What is an operator? Operator is simple that performs a specific operation on one or more operands. Now let's understand this in simple words. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Print A plus B. So here 10 and 20 are called operands. The plus sign is called the operator. The operator performs the addition operation and produces the result. So what are the types? Assignment operator, arithmetic operator, Assume yes. Assignment operator, arithmetic operator, relation operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, membership operator, and operators. We will study one by one. So what are the arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, row division, exponent, all are these are called arithmetic operators. Addition, we learned earlier what is the addition. Subtraction is same. Multiplication, yeah. Division also. Modulus. We will talk about modulus. 10. So what is 10? The modulus operator returns the remainder of after division. So 10 by 20, it gives a remainder 10. So the output is 10. Okay. Sorry. If on the example of this, so it shows 2. So output is 2. Okay. No row division. 3. It means row division returns the only integer part of the division and removes the decimal part. It means if we get a decimal answer, and it will show only integer. If like example, if we get 5.4, then we will get only 5. Okay, and it answers only 3, and its answer is 3.4, but it will show only integer because of the row division. Exponent, 1419857. The exponent operator calculates the power of a number. What is the power of this? It calculates. Okay. Assignment operator. So what are the assignment operator? X is equal to 10. The equal sign assigns the value 10 to the variable x. X plus 5. 2 seconds. Sorry. First we will write print x. Yes, 15. So x plus is equal to 5 means x is equal to x plus 5. So output is 15. And subtraction is also show x plus x minus 5. I will show you. 5. Sorry. 50. Multiply and assign. Divide and assign. 2.0. So it shows what the value is. Okay. Comparison operators. Comparison operators operate compare two values and visit an either true or false. Like, like So what is the output? True. So not equal sign is what it is this. So it will show false. Okay, greater than sign. It will also show false. So less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, and next we have logical operators. It is used to combine two or more conditions like AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator. Okay, print true and true. True. The AND operator means true only when both conditions are true. OR operator means at least one condition is true, like this, or true if there is one condition true, true, and not means if, not means complementary of the other function. Not true means yes, false, complementary of other function. And we will come on to the bitwise operators. As beginners, you only need to know the purpose. We will study them in details in advanced Python. So Python, bitwise operator, sorry. So what is bitwise operator? Okay. So bitwise operator work only on binary values, like print 5 and 3. It shows 1. Like this, 1 taken. Will show 1. So next what we have, or it will show 7. So bitwise, these are advanced topics. We are at beginner level, so just understand what they are work on binary numbers, okay? And membership operators. Membership operators are what? They check whether a value exists inside a sequence or not. Like name is equal to Python print the in name. So it shows true because is available in Python or lies in Python. So it shows true. If we, so another operator is, that is called not in. Not in operator shows false because we is available in Python. So we not in name. Not it is in Python. Okay. So and another identity or identity operator compare memory location of objects like A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, print A is B. So What will be the output? True. True is output. So A is B means A is also 10, B is also 10. Okay. And it will 20, then it will show false. Is not 20, not B means it will show true like this. So these are identity operators. Okay. Now we will move to conversion and type casting. Okay. So sometimes while writing Python programs, 2 seconds. Yes, sometimes while writing Python programs, we need to convert one data type to another. For example, we may need to convert a string into an integer before performing mathematical calculations. Python provides inbuilt functions to perform these conversions easily. So let's understand type conversions and type casting in detail. First of all, let's understand in the definition. Type conversion is the process of converting one data type into another data type. In simple words, when we change the type of value from one data type to another, it is called type conversion. Suppose the user enters his age using the keyboard, the input function always returns the value as a string. If we try to add a number directly to the string, Python will generate an error. Therefore, we first convert the string into an integer using the int function. That is why the type conversion is necessary. Types. What are the types of the type conversion? Implicit type conversion, explicit type conversion. That is also called type casting. Okay. So implicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion is what? It is performed automatically by Python. The programmer does not need to write any extra code. Python converts the data type automatically whenever required. Like this, I will show you how. A is equal to and B is equal to 20. B is not equal to A plus B. And output will be what? 30 class int. Okay. So let's understand this program step by step. Variable A stores an integer value. Variable B stores a float value. When Python adds these two values, it automatically converts the integer into a float. So as a result, the final answer becomes 15.5 and its data type is float. This automatic conversion is called implicit data type conversion. Another example, x is equal to 50, y is equal to 0.5, print x plus y. So here it is 52.5. So again, Python automatically converts the integer value into a float before performing the addition. Next, we have typecasting. It is called explicit type conversion. In this method, the programmer can manually convert one data type into another using built-in functions. First, we will see that int function. So the int function converts a compatible value into an integer, like num 100 int num. So it will be what? 100. So the value 100 is a string because it is enclosed within quotation marks. The int function converts it into an integer. So we will check the data type. What is the data type? Sorry, class int integer. It has integer data type. So next we will have float function. The float function converts a value integer into a floating point number. Like first we will give this times 100.0. Okay, and there are a string function. It converts and any compatible value into a string. Str h num is equal to sorry a is equal to 20, and we will check the data type string. Okay. Uh, Now we will talk about bool function. Bool function converts a value into a boolean value. So what is the example? Print bool 1, print bool 0. Output is what? True or false. In Python, 0 represents false, and any non-zero number generally represent true. Suppose, so I will give you a real life example. Like, suppose you are getting an online registration form. The user enters his age as 18. Since input returns a string, Python stores it as a text. If you want to perform calculations such as checking eligibility for voting, you must first convert the string into an integer. Example, I will tell you with an example. Age is equal to int First, the program takes input from the user. Okay. Then an int function converts the input into an integer. Finally, 5 is added to an enter age. Enter your age. First, we will so it shows 10 because age plus 5. If we will 5 then 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. This program generated a type error because sorry if we will write like this, so it will generate an error because this program generates a type because Python cannot add a string and then add and an integer. Okay, so correct is I already told you what is the correct like this. Okay, it is the correct. And one more common mistake that you do always now is equal to hello. Sorry, print int sum. So this program generates a value array because the string hello cannot be converted into an integer. Okay, so we will move to inputs in Python. So first, so we learned type conversion type casting. We understood how to convert one data type into another using functions like int, float, string, and bool. Okay. In this topic, we are going to learn about inputs in Python. Until now, all the values in our programs were placed, but in real world applications, programs need information from the user. Once again, yes. So let's understand it in detail. What is input? Input is the data provided by the user to a program during execution. So understand with simple words. Sometimes instead of writing values directly inside the program, we ask the user to enter them. Okay. The information entered by the user is called input. Okay. Python takes input using the input function. So what is input function? The input function is used to take input from the user during program execution. Okay. Like one second. So let's understand this syntax. The input function displays a message on the screen. The program waits until the user enters some value. After pressing enter, the entered value is stored in the variable. Okay. So example one, we will say name is equal to input and your name print So enter your name. Welcome. So let's take not Ayuva, but let's take Ayuva as a name, and it is shows welcome Ayuva. Okay, because the program takes or asks the user to write a name. The user types Ayuva. The input function stores the entered value in the variable name. Finally, the print function displays the welcome message. Welcome message. So, note an important point. Input always returns a string. This is one of the most important concepts in Python. Okay. No matter what the user entered, the input function always returns to the value as a string. Like age is equal to input and your age and type age. So we show what plus str. Okay. Even if the user enters 20, Python store it as a string. That is why the output is class str. Okay. So without type conversion, like so without type conversion, age plus 5 20. Sorry. So it is showing error because age is a string and while 5 is an integer. Python cannot add a string and an integer. So correct is what? Int input so it will show enter your age 20 25. Okay, so it shows like this. Here the input function takes input as a string. The int function converts it into an integer. Now Python can perform mathematical calculations. So like also we also take float value, float input, float height. So if the user enter a decimal number, we should use the float function. Okay. So we can also take multiple inputs. Name is equal to input, enter your name, age equal to input, enter your name, city is equal to input, enter your city, print name, print age, print city, like this. So I will show you how we done. Name is equal to input and enter your name age is equal to int input enter your age. So print name, print city, sorry age, Irish 20, Irish 20. Okay. So the programmer asks for two different inputs one by one and store each value in a separate variable. So I will give you a real life example. Imagine you are creating a college admission system. The program asks the student to enter name, age, course. After collecting the information, the program displays all the details. This is how user input is used in real world applications. So first, so then we will learn about practice questions. Write a Python program to take the user's name and display a welcome message like name is equal to input enter your name print welcome. Now second question is what? We write a Python program to take the user's age and display the age after 5 years. Age is equal to int input enter your age. Print. So here you see age at 5 is 25. If we are at 5 and at 20, okay. So we practice the some questions now. Some all some also some question. Okay, that is write a Python program to calculate the area of rectangle. We have to calculate the area of rectangle. First we will comment. First we will delete this. Not comment. Length. Length is equal to float input enter length line length, area is length, length plus, sorry, into width, width, print area enter length. Sorry, if we enter length 10, enter width 20. So here is 20.0. Okay. So now, now what? Some questions, not some questions. So it is the end of this whole video of this lecture till the inputs in Python. Okay.